I'm from Anambra State. And basically, Newi, you now know that I have to talk about money. It's natural. It's not optional. Because if you were born or raised in Newi, from the time you are 7, you will notice that the determinant of how the world runs is how much money you have. I dare to say it after many years of study. Money has a way it behaves. Money has character. Money, in fact, has address. There is a way you will pass, you will see money. There are places you go to, you will see money there. Money has address. There are 4 things, 4 areas. As a man, 4 areas you must always note how they work. And I want to encourage the younger ones to note this, because it is easier to, of course, time impacts everything in life. So it is easier to make better plans if you start early. If you start early to plan for something, you will definitely achieve more than those who started late. So these 4 areas, note how they work. The scriptures are there. I'm not going to delve into all of them. I'm going to deal with only that one, money. Number 1 is your spiritual life. Your spirituality as a person. Your relationship with God, your Christian life, your character, quality of living. 1. Second is the issue of money. How much money you have or you are going to have. How you and money relate. Your financial status. Number 3 is your health. Whether you're healthy or you're going to live healthy for a long time or not. It is a separate issue. Number 4, your marriage. That's your family. Your relationship with your wife. In fact, I don't know. I'm used to talking to young people, so I often like to take it from that point. Who you will marry. And then, when you marry, how that family will run. The issue of having children. Importantly, how these children are raised. And who they will become is a separate issue. So let me explain what I mean by that. These 4 aspects of a man's life are 4 aspects that they don't crisscross by chance or by default. Automatically. No way. Your finances does not automatically influence your health. No. Otherwise, very rich men will always be very healthy. But does it hold? Your spirituality does not automatically impact your finances, whether you have money or not. Otherwise, very prayerful and spiritual men, very holy men will always be very rich. Does it hold? Does very holy men always have money? Does very spiritual and righteous men always have money? So you can see they don't always automatically intercross. Your family, whether you have a very good family life, your wife always happy with you, living a harmonious family life, your children growing up to be good children, does not naturally get influenced by your spirituality or having money. Otherwise, very rich men who are always able to provide their children with what they need and fill the house with food and money will also have their children grow up to be good children. But does it happen? Does it hold that way? So it is on this premise I concluded and persuade you to agree with me, even through scriptural experiences, which the first text we're going to read will emphasize that your relationship with money is something you should take care consciously to learn how it works. By my study and experience, every of these 4 areas I mentioned have separate, distinct, identifiable principles that guide their success or failure. I'll say that again. Money has clear, identifiable principles that guide its acquisition and retention. I dare to say it after many years of study. Money has a way it behaves. Money has character. Money, in fact, has address. There is a way you will pass, you will see money. There's a place you will go, you see money. There are places you will go to, you will see money there. Money has address. Good health, healthy living has address. It has a pattern. There are certain things you will do, they will make you to have a healthy life. There are certain things you do, they will destroy your life. Even spiritual things. Somebody who takes to fasting dry for 6-7 days every month, no food, no water for 5-6 days, you may survive. But that is possible. Is it not true? You can be very, very, very wealthy. You are prayerful. You are doing well in church, but you don't take care of your wife. You don't care how she feels. You don't sit with your children to have regular conversations with them and teach them the things you know and make them go the way you want them to go, the way you want them to grow and become who they ought to be. If you don't do that, note, those children can never be like you, because naturally a human being or everything at that will grow to become like who he or she always talks with. So if you don't spend time with your children, you don't sit in the house, you're always on the road. As a businessman, you're always on the road, or as a pastor, you're always on the road. Do you know the one that hurts me about pastors? Which I asked myself. I sit down in the church after a Sunday fellowship, and you have like 5-6 young boys waiting to see me, and I will spend 30 minutes with each of them, talking to them about their problem, their lives. But as soon as I get home after that exhaustion, my son rushes and runs on me. I say, Daddy, why are you back so late? Since morning we've not seen you. I say, oh, I'm sorry, I've been in the church. I'm a pastor. I'm taking care of people. And as soon as you are back and he wants to talk more with you, remember there is house fellowship in the evening, and you will go to see the house fellowship centers and how they are doing. And then you tell him, just don't worry, let me eat. I've not eaten since morning. He has a lot of questions to ask you. He has a lot of things he needs to hear from you. He wants to stay with you, but soon you discharge him because you are tired. You need to rest. And as soon as you get up, you are off to another program. The total number of hours you spend with that child, talking with him, just talking with him, not necessarily the time you give instructions or the times you tell them about prayer. Because most of us, the only time we have time with our family is during family prayers. And whenever you come, you dish out instructions. Rise up, clap, pray, stand, sit, read the Bible, interpret. That is all they hear from you. There is no time of that play interaction. How long do you stay with them? Maximum in a week, in a whole week. In fact, let's start with a day. In a whole day, you spend 30 minutes with them. That is for those who have that time. Some don't even spend up to 30 minutes staying and talking with them, playing with them, asking them what happened for the day, telling him, why did you do this? Why this? Oh no, that's not right. Let's plan tomorrow. Another, no time. Note that the money you run out to make will be there. So much money in the house. The prayer you are making, spirituality, rise, fantastic. You're a great man of God. But note that that family will become dysfunctional. It will never produce the kind of family you desire. Never. No matter how much you pray about it. No matter how many days you are fasting. Go to mountain, go to camp. Anything you do, and you do not come home to sit with them and relate to them your personality, your character, you can never transfer it to them. That's principle. I've talked about health, I've talked about money, spirituality. Finally, there is no amount of money you bring to church. There is no, if you are so healthy, your family is fantastic, if you don't give time to reading the Bible, prayer, the things that make for spirituality, you can never rise. So I have tried as much as possible to show that these 4 parallel lines may never meet unless you intentionally connect them. Do you agree with me? This is something we must understand. So what does that bring us to? Intentionally planning each of them. Intentionally making out time to do the things that must be done to achieve whatever you desire in any of them. If you don't do it, you will never achieve it. So I narrow it down to money. Praise God. So let's see how to buttress what I've just said about money not necessarily automatically coming to agree or coming to men because they are spiritual. First, 2 Kings chapter 4. 2 Kings chapter 4, I'm reading from verse 1 to 7. 2 Kings 4, 1 to 7. Now there cried a certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophets unto Elisha, saying, Thy servant, my husband, is dead. And thou knowest, testimony, thou knowest that thy servant did fear the Lord. And the creditor is come to take unto him my 2 sons to be bondmen. And Elisha said unto her, What shall I do for you? What do you want? Tell me, what hast thou in the house? And she said, Thy handmaid hath not anything in the house, save a pot of oil, unless a pot of oil, only a pot of oil. Then he said, Go, borrow thee vessels abroad of all thy neighbors, empty, they're even empty vessels, borrow not of you. And when thou art come in, thou shalt shut the door upon thee and upon thy sons, and shalt pour out into all those vessels. And thou shalt set aside that which is full. So she went from him and shut the door upon her and upon her sons, and brought the vessels to her. And she poured out. And it came to pass, when the vessels were full, that she said unto her son, Bring me yet a vessel. And he said unto her, There is not a vessel more. And the oil stayed. Then she came and told the man of God, and he said, Go, sell the oil, and pay thy debt, and leave thou and thy children of the rest. Praise God. First, I want to establish that spirituality, following the Lord with all your heart, does not automatically translate or influence how money comes to you. That you are committed to church, you are always there as a media person, very committed. A chorister, you're always in church. Of course, these are ministries that consume a lot of your time. A lot. That you are a very good chorister, committed to the Lord, playing keyboard or saxophone, cannot guarantee that money will come to you.